Good morning.
Good morning.
We were just talking about how you're a little sleepy today.
I'm a little tired, not gonna lie.
And I'm full of life and energy.
Well, at
Yin
least
and
one
yang.
of us is, you could carry the conversation
I think
today.
last week we were both tired. So now,
Yeah.
now at least we have a little contrast.
I remember a few weeks ago, I was like, I feel great. And I was like thinking this morning, like, I don't feel great. And I really wish, I was like, what was going on that week, that day that made me feel so good?
Yeah, what like you wish you had tracked
Yeah.
what you did differently between then
Right.
and now.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm
Is it
tired.
sleep? Is it water?
Am I dehydrated? Do I need to eat? I don't know. Who knows?
It's a mystery.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Good.
I don't know why I am so alert right now, but
Yeah.
I think I'm on Texas time, so I'm 2 hours ahead.
Oh,
So it would be like 1 p.m.
Yeah.
where my time clock is.
right.
Waking up at 5 this morning was a lot easier than it normally
Oh,
is because
yeah,
it was
7
their time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm feeling okay.
Well, I should feel the same because I was in New York.
You were even
But
an
I was
hour
in
ahead.
New York a long time ago.
Right.
I got back Wednesday. So
Yeah, I
I've
mean, that's
fully adjusted.
Yeah, you're fully in it.
I think for me as a parent, when you have a week off, we started spring break last Friday,
Okay.
the 3rd.
Wow.
So
It's 6 school days off.
Yes.
Wow.
So not having to like wake up at a certain time for that many days really did a number on me.
So that's 8. That's 10 days.
10 days.
That's a long time.
I'm like ready for it to be summer now. I'm like, why are we going back to school, guys? This is a waste. Anyways.
Well, we have 2 weekends to talk about.
Yeah, and not a ton of time.
I'm sorry, my fault.
It's
Episode 92. We're getting up there.
Should we call it at 100?
Yeah, I think so. That's it.
Be like, there we did it.
Sayonara, baby.
Bye.
Okay, so 2 weekends ago, do you want to just go? Maybe not Friday. Maybe just do the whole weekend.
Yeah.
And you said you have New York to talk about.
Well, that's the thing because
transcends
Friday,
weekends.
It really does. Yeah. Friday the 3rd was Good Friday.
Yep.
My kids were out of school. I think I had something here that day. I don't remember exactly. I didn't write that down. Maybe not. Maybe that was Thursday. Anyways, doesn't matter. Here's what I had. I wrote it in my calendar. Look at me. Call me Austin Miller. I had coffee with a friend.
Okay.
And then I had a haircut. And so I think I've talked about this. So my hair process, I do a thing called balayage where she paints my hair. Mm-hmm, exactly. That would be amazing. Combining wine with your hair. So in between those appointments, I do what's called gloss. So she or some sort of toner. So I go in between. She does a treatment, and then I get a little trim.
Okay.
So that was that appointment.
Cool.
And then that evening we had a church service for Good Friday. And I don't know. I don't remember the last time I went to church on a Good Friday. But it was a really cool experience, and we were out of town for actual Easter Sunday, so it was kind of nice to have that little, moment remembering what the season is all about.
Yeah. So do you know, did the church do different services for Friday and Sunday, or was it the same service?
It's very different.
Very different. Okay.
Yes. So Friday was all about like reflecting about the cross, and they actually had more interactive, like they had people come up on stage and like hold a nail that would have been the size of nail used for the crucifixion.
Crazy.
They had a crown of thorns, and then they had things where you could like write notes and like leave it at the foot of the cross type of thing, and they did communion. So it was a lot more like and it was very like somber. Like it was, a lot of people were dressed in black, and I was in my cream sweater. Didn't get the memo. There's a dress code.
Showing up to a funeral.
Yeah.
Pink.
I was like, oopsies. So yeah, but it was still good to just be there and just be remembering everything. So that was my Friday. And then Saturday we were getting ready to leave for New York, and we ended up getting our cleaners to come and do like a quick clean of our house before, because we're using Trusted House Sitters.
Yep.
Have I shared that on here before? It's like, it's an amazing website. If anybody has pets and they don't want to pay for a house sitter, your parents are the ones who told me about it.
Yep.
And we've done it 3 times. We did it for your wedding, we did it for South Africa, and we did it for New York. And every time we've had a great experience. The one time Stella got in a car accident.
Yeah.
That was a little
that aside.
But aside from that, so this time we had a whole family coming. So it was a mom and dad and their 2 daughters.
Really? We've never had that.
Yeah, I was like, I had a previous family reach out for another stay, and I was really hesitant about that. But this one, they were like teenage daughters, like 18 and 15. And I was like, okay, that feels more mature. And I talked to the mom on the phone, and she seemed very sweet. So it ended up working out great. And so, but because of that, we wanted our house to be clean for them and all of this. So most of Saturday we spent kind of running around and then doing a bunch of laundry, like all the linens and our clothes for the trip and packing. And then we left Saturday evening for the airport.
Okay.
We did a red eye to New York.
Oh, nice.
So
do you like a red eye?
So here's the thing. I love a red eye for international flights.
Yeah.
I don't recommend it for going just a couple hours across the country because I thought going to New York was like 6 hours. It was only 4.5.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I think going that direction, it's shorter. Coming back was closer to 5. And it was like an hour longer.
Is it like a little wind or why is it
Must
longer?
Must be the tailwind.
It doesn't make any sense.
I think it's wind.
Crazy.
It could have been the time of night, just no traffic in the air.
Not rush hour.
Yeah. So when we arrived, it's 3 a.m. our time.
So it's 6 a.m. there.
6 a.m. there.
Gotcha. And you can't check into your hotel until 3?
Well, this is the thing. I specifically called and requested a early check-in.
Okay.
And they were like, okay, we won't really know the availability until the day of, but I will put a note in your file that you are requesting it. So I was like, okay. So we show up. By the time we get to the airport or to the hotel, it's 7 a.m. on Sunday.
Okay.
And they are like, yeah, unfortunately, we don't have anything available, and we won't probably until maybe 1, but most likely it's going to be normal 3.
Yeah.
And we're like, it's 7 a.m. and we're like dead tired, and we're like, okay.
Like, you sure you want to check that again?
It's like, so you're saying, yeah.
I'm not understanding. I'm not getting what you're saying.
Weird. Check my file because I said. So what they did let us do is store our things in there, so we were able to do that.
Very kind of them.
At least there's that. Do you want me to go into the whole Sunday, or do you want to go?
Yeah, go Sunday. I'll do a quick weekend.
And also, what's kind of funny is first we get to the hotel and I'm giving them my information and they're like, are you sure you have a reservation with us?
Oh
because
my gosh.
I am not seeing your name in our system.
Oh, that's
and
so stressful.
I get immediately like sick to my stomach because do you know the whole thing that we got this trip because we were offered, part of the trip was to sit in a timeshare presentation.
Oh, that's right.
And we get a discount on our stay.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh my gosh, I've been scammed. This isn't real.
Yeah.
Like we just got to hire. Turns out we were just at the wrong hotel.
You're the wrong hotel?
We're at the wrong hotel.
That's funny.
I don't want to blame any names, but Chad gave the address to the Uber driver and it was not.
How far were you from the actual hotel?
Not that far. We were on the west side of town and our hotel was on the east side of town.
Okay.
So we took another Uber, got to the right hotel. Unfortunately, same scenario. They did have a reservation, but they were the ones that told us we can't check you in early.
What hotel was it?
It was a Hilton Garden Inn.
Okay, nice.
No.
Not nice.
Not nice.
Oh, no.
I hate to break it to you, but that was the hardest part of our trip. First of all, we get there and they're under construction. So they're like, oh, just a heads up. There's one elevator that works during the day. So just prepare when you're leaving and coming. It may take a while to get up and down. We're on floor 14. We're not taking stairs.
Oh, man.
You know?
I bet Chad would have taken the stairs.
I think he did one time. And then, and because we're under construction, there's no restaurant. So food is not available. We might have coffee in the lobby for you. Okay.
That's rough.
So anyways, it's Sunday. My family is pumped to be in New York. So we're like, you know what? Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's hit the town. First stop, bagels. Let's get a New York bagel. I will say probably the worst meal of our entire trip was this bagel place. And so it just was like their bagels were so thick and like it was a cold bagel, like it wasn't toasted or warm. And they loved their cream cheese. So we were kind of like, oof, this is not the best start.
Yeah.
So
it's one thing after another.
One thing after the other. So then we're like, okay, let's start walking. We're near Times Square. A friend of ours had said, do the bus tour because you can sit on the bus and you can get on and off throughout
hop
the
on,
entire
hop off.
Exactly.
We call it the ho-ho.
Yes. I love that. And you get to know the city. You could stay and just sit if you don't want to get off, if you're tired. So we're like, this is perfect. So we do the big red bus tour, the ho-ho, as some refer to it.
Real quick, we've done that in so many cities because it is the best way to get to know town.
Totally.
You learn new things. You're on the upper deck. You can look out. You're in the open air.
Yeah.
You're getting your bearings. It's the best.
It was great. And we started off front row, upper deck, loving life. I wrote down notes. So we stopped our first stop. We got off and we decided we're going to walk around a bit. There's a coffee shop called Joe's and Juice. I think there's one in
Joe and the Juice.
Joe and the Juice.
Yeah.
There's also one, isn't there one up here in Seattle?
I've
New
been to one in
Village?
Mexico City. I don't know.
Okay.
I think they're all over.
They're all over New York. And so the girls got
It's
a
all
juice.
pink, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Kind of fun. We got coffees, and then we were kind of scouting out what we wanted to do. We did a little bit of shopping, got back on the bus, and decided we wanted to do the World Trade Center Memorial.
Okay.
So we went and
You
did
didn't
that.
get enough death on Friday.
No, we were like, while we're mourning, let's keep going. Yeah. So we did that. Have you ever seen that? The museum there?
No, I walked by it, but we didn't go into the museum.
Okay.
right now.
I actually was so impressed. It's huge.
Yeah.
Like,
I remember the waterfall thing they
Yes.
built is beautiful.
so cool. So they have this whole museum. And actually for most museums, because that was the other thing, I was getting sticker shock. One of the museums I wanted to do, it was like $80 a person.
Mm,
I'm like, oh my gosh. Welcome to New York. That's everything.
yeah.
So the museum, I want to say, was under 40 a person. So I was like, okay, that feels totally doable. We loved that. We came out and it was pouring rain.
Oh no.
So we were a little bit like, okay, pivot. We were going to go get brunch. We ended up, instead of walking to brunch, we ended up getting, I think, a taxi or Uber, and had a really yummy lunch at a place called Two Hands.
Okay.
My friend Tiffany had recommended this to me, and it was delicious. It was one of our favorite meals. And after that, we went back to the bus. Is that right? No, we took a subway back to the bus. We were trying to navigate how to get to the bus stops without having to get drenched in the rain.
Right.
So end up finding a subway. By that time, we were able to ride the bus close enough back to our hotel. It was about 2:30 by the time we were getting back to the bus. So arrived at our hotel, and they, funnily enough, were ready for us to check in.
Love it.
And then everybody crashed.
Okay.
We slept for a couple hours and then went back out around 6:30. And we walked to Grand Central Station.
Nice.
And just so cool. There's these like arches. They're like the whispering arches or something. So
Okay.
you stand in one corner and you whisper across, and the person diagonal from you
Oh,
can
that's
hear.
cool. Never heard of that.
So we were doing that with the kids, and then we went to Joe's Pizza that night, which was phenomenal. Like classic New York, large, thin, like you fold it in half to eat it. It's dripping with grease. So great.
Quick observation. Is that the third place you've been named Joe? Joe's Bagels, Joe and the Juice, and Joe's Pizza?
Oh, no. It wasn't Joe's Bagels.
Oh, what was
Bagels was Issa Bagel.
I think
Bagel?
you said Joe's Bagels. We're gonna have to
I
rewind here.
Apologize. Misleading. Should have been Joe's.
Everywhere you go is called Joe's.
Yeah. That's a requirement for us. It's weird. And then after pizza, we walked to Serendipity, which is one of my favorite movies. Have you ever seen this? You guys, it's like a 90s classic, maybe early 2000s. I don't know exactly what year, but it's with John Cusack, and it's such a good movie. And they have dessert at a restaurant called Serendipity, and so we went and had dessert there.
Love it.
And that's how we ended our first night in New York.
Nice.
It was
good spirits by the end of the day.
Good spirits. I think we had over like 25,000 steps that day. We were all happy and exhausted.
Cool.
That was day one.
I love New York. I went twice when I was a kid. So once like in middle school, and then once my mom and I did like a senior year trip. So like right after I graduated high school.
Yeah.
And I just loved it. But I haven't been really as like an adult.
Yeah.
So I haven't been in 14 years or something. So
Yeah.
I need to go. Cool. So that weekend was pretty chill. Friday night went to a restaurant for a friend's birthday party called the Butcher's Table, which is
I've heard of that.
Kind of a nice steakhouse.
Is it Seattle?
Yep, Seattle,
Okay.
South Lake Union. That was delicious. And then we went to a couple bars afterward. That was fun. Saturday, it was Easter weekend. So Saturday we hung out with my family. We went down to my parents' house and did Pop Murphy's. That was our Easter meal, which is great.
Yep.
My mom was recovering from her surgery still, so we're like, let's just do something easy. So love Pop Murphy's. And then
what's your order from there? Do you have a go-to, or do you make your own?
We make our own.
Okay.
I think our go-to pizza everywhere is just pepperoni, jalapeno, pineapple.
Oh,
always.
So I found this out when we went to Joe's Pizza that Chad is not a fan of pepperoni.
Really?
And I have been married to him for a long time.
Pepperoni?
This was new information to me. I just assumed he's going to eat anything with meat. And turns out
Is it
I
because
was
it's super
wrong.
processed? Like he doesn't like the flavor of
He
it?
doesn't like the flavor.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never heard of any person ever that didn't like pepperoni.
Well, now you have.
I mean, I guess vegans and vegetarians, but like I
Right,
think they
sure.
would still like it if they tried it.
I think so. And he did eat it. I was like, it's not like you're.
So do you guys not get pizza very often, or like how did you not know this about your husband?
Great question. Great question. I one, oblivious. Two, I think we often will do a meat lovers that has other things like
Okay.
sausage and chicken. He loves like a Hawaiian, so more like a ham.
Gotcha.
And then I did not know. I
That's
just
funny.
assumed he would enjoy, and yeah.
I love pepperoni pizza.
Me
It's
too.
the best. Yeah, we did a little Easter egg hunt with Easton and
cute.
Finn, which was fun. And then went home. I played pickleball, and then I had shown a house the day before that my client decided to write an offer on.
Nice.
She wrote an offer. I wrote an offer that Saturday night. Did not get it, sadly. They
Oh,
went
dang
with it was honestly a frustrating offer process, but we don't need to go into that right now. But we're still looking. So
Okay.
we'll find them the right one here soon, hopefully. It was Saturday, and then Sunday we did a Easter service at Church Home, which is have you ever been to Church Home or heard of it?
Why does that sound so familiar?
It was used to be called the City Church. The pastor's Judah Smith. He's kind of like a famous pastor.
Yes, yeah.
I started going there in 2013, 2014.
Okay.
So like 12 years
Yeah.
ago, 13 years ago. And so that was when I was going up to UW in Seattle.
Okay.
There was a Church Home campus or City Church campus like right next to UW.
Okay.
So that's where I went all during college.
Yeah.
And then after college, I would go to like the Kirkland campus or the downtown Seattle campus.
Okay.
They had like 5 or 6 campuses.
Yes.
And then during COVID, they basically decided to close down all their in-person gathering spaces.
Oh, wow.
So they like sold all their buildings, and then they went to like a once a month in-person gathering.
Interesting. Okay.
But they really went all in on like digital. So they like live streamed stuff, multiple times a week. You
Okay.
have services you could join.
Oh, interesting.
They had these like daily guided prayers through the app, through the Church Home app.
Yeah.
Home app. They really went all in on the digital side. We actually, for a minute, had a Church Home service at Edison Square next door. So,
Oh, cool.
we would stream their service and
Yeah.
had like a Tacoma gathering.
Oh,
so,
nice. Okay.
I've been very involved with this, or not very, but like I've been involved with this
Yeah,
church for
yeah.
a long time. And they announced on Easter Sunday that they were closing down.
Whoa.
It was crazy.
What an interesting play.
Yeah, it was very interesting. So, I'll like, I haven't been super involved the last
Yeah.
year, just with them only meeting once a month in person.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that's been challenging, but I still like look at the app and do the
Okay.
daily guided prayers sometimes
Sure.
and stuff. But yeah, they announced that they're basically closing down their Seattle church,
Wow.
and a couple of the like not the main pastor, but a couple of the other pastors of the church are
Mhm.
starting a new church. So
Oh.
they were kind of like helping promote that at this last service. Like,
Okay.
hey, we're closing, but you should go check out this new church that's
Interesting.
launching. It was very crazy, like very emotional. Like they brought up all the people that had been at the church for 20 plus years.
Wow.
And it felt kind of surreal. Like the whole
Yeah.
thing was like very interesting. Like
Oh, my
for me, it's
goodness.
like been a part of my life for almost half
Yeah.
of my life
Yeah.
at this point. So it was just it was weird. It was very, very shocking.
Yeah. So the new church that they're starting, is it going to be anywhere near you, or is it?
They haven't super announced the details of
Okay,
that yet, but they kind of just
interesting.
like launched the new name of this church that these other people are starting.
Okay.
And I'm still kind of confused of if like Church Home as a whole is completely shutting
Yeah.
down, or if just like the Seattle location, they weren't super
Huh.
clear about it.
Okay.
The things they did say was like the reason they gave for it was that the main pastors, Judah and Chelsea Smith,
Yeah.
were really feeling called towards like more evangelical work. So less running a church, more like going out into the world and
Okay.
spreading the word. So
Okay.
that was kind of the reason that they gave.
Interesting.
And I think the question that was in the back of my head for a lot of it was like, is there something they're not saying?
Yeah.
Like, is there some scandal that happened? Like, because I feel like there's been other
Mm,
churches that have shut
sure.
down because of scandals. And he did say that directly. He's like, I know some people might be thinking like, is there something that happened? Blah, blah, blah. And he's like,
Yeah.
no, there's nothing shady going on here. Like,
yeah.
this is the real reason we're deciding to make this decision.
Interesting.
So
Yeah.
it was crazy. We were with my parents, then Brian and I, and it was just kind of interesting. It was a
Okay.
crazy,
Right.
crazy moment.
Not what you expect going to an Easter service.
Not at all. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was, they kept making that joke throughout. Like, for anybody this is their first time at
Hilarious.
this church, like how crazy is that?
Yeah.
It's their first time and your last time.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yes, that was church.
Okay.
And then we went from there. Brian and I went to his family's Easter meal at his aunt's house in Snohomish.
Okay.
Big group of people, a lot of good food,
Fun.
a lot of good breakfast casseroles and deliciousness. Yeah. It was great.
Their family, I feel like, does food.
They know how to eat. They know how to eat. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was Easter weekend.
Cool. Okay, I will wrap up the rest of New York.
Sweet.
So Monday we kind of sleep in a bit. Everybody's
able to sleep.
You know, I was able to sleep.
Cool.
Yes. The room was tiny, as adorable. And so then we decided we were going to go to another recommendation from my friend Tiffany called, I don't know if it's pronounced Maman. It's Maman.
Okay.
And it was a little cafe, breakfast spot, about a 10-minute walk from the hotel. Really pretty, like drinks and pastry, like a French bakery. And then Monday afternoon was our timeshare presentation.
Okay.
And so we had kind of prepped the girls, like, you guys probably don't want to come with us. They're like, no, we'll hang out at the hotel. So we left them at the hotel, and Chad and I walked to this presentation. And we, you know, the whole time Chad's like, we are not buying into this whole program. Like, we're not timeshare people. We're not doing it. I'm like, totally. I'm here for the free stay, and I'm with you. Well, it turns out it's not timeshare. It's a club. So
that sounds like a rebrand to me.
Guess who's club members now?
You joined even after your bad hotel experience?
Well, because this was the thing. That wasn't part of the club. Like they showed us what club members stay in. And it's this like beautiful 1-bedroom studio apartment. You know, it's so different. I'm like, oh yeah. I was trying to be like, if you guys could get us into this room tonight, we will join right now. But yeah, no, yeah, we joined.
Wait, so, what is it exactly?
So here's the thing. Basically, I know we were dying. So basically, what it is you pay for a certain amount of points, and then you use those points to book stays at these Hilton resorts. Anyway, they're all over the world. So you, based on your level of points, it allows you, you know, you could stay from one, like, what am I trying to say? Like a room with 1 bed, 20 nights out of the year, or you could book a variety of, like, maybe when I'm traveling with my kids, I want a 1-bedroom where we could sleep 4 of us. And so maybe that's closer to 12 nights a year, whatever it is. And so then anything in between, it's a point system. And so there was like this whole thing with that. And then in addition to that, they were like, plus we have these things where it's like a last minute stay, and it's at a variety of resorts. It kind of changes based on what's available. But within 30 to 45 days, you could look on their site and see which resorts are available. And it's like for an entire week, it'll cost you $300 for the whole stay. So I'm like, that's like, that could be next midwinter break. We know we're gone for a week. We don't know where we're going to go until 30 to 45 days ahead of time, but we book it, you know, and it's $300. Like, plus you could use points to like buy down or, to buy down like interest rates to upgrade seats and flights. Like, so we're like, you know, if we're traveling international and we want to upgrade. So it just seems like basically what we looked at it as, we were investing in our travel for like the future.
Love it.
That's what we did.
Okay.
And then here's what's so funny. So I don't know if Chad's ever shared that his like dream retirement is Myrtle Beach, South Carolina.
Okay.
It's like, to me, it's such a touristy, such a cheesy town, but he loves it because it's sunny and there's so much golf and it's on the beach. So anyways, what's hilarious is the guy comes to us and he presents all the numbers, and it's astronomical because he's trying to sell us on the New York resort.
Okay.
And so it's so expensive. We're like, oh yeah, no, this isn't going to work for us. And he's like, well, give me some numbers that will work. What would be a reasonable down payment you could do today? And what would be a reasonable monthly payment you could carry on for a little bit? So we give him some figures, you know. He comes back and he goes, well, we found a plan for you. And it is, because what you're doing, you're actually on a deed. You actually own part of the building.
Okay.
And so he's like, I found a condo in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina that fits your budget. And I was like, you had to say that. And so that's what got us. So we are, unfortunately, fortunately, I don't know.
Is there any buyer's remorse? Are you feeling good about it?
No, I feel good. We haven't gotten all of I think it'll feel good when we start to get all the information and actually like use it. Like we know what we're getting, but we haven't gotten like access to our page yet. I have a phone call coming up in a couple weeks that like is with a representative, and they kind of walk me through everything. And then at the end, they're like, oh, and by the way, you guys get another free stay at anywhere of your choice you have to pick within the next 9 months or something. And we chose Palm Springs.
Nice.
And you go back and you do another interactive meeting with a representative to go through like, here's how we use the platform. Here's how you book things.
Okay.
And it's so funny because I saw your dad last week and he's like, they're going to sell you more stuff at that meeting. I was like, probably. So anyways, Monday.
Is it the Hilton in Palm Springs?
It is. That's the thing. It's like not just a Hilton hotel. They're like the clubs are a little bit different.
Okay.
So
elevated.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
So that was a lot of my day too, was at this presentation. Afterwards, we went and got the girls, and we decided we're going to go to some. I wrote down outlet shopping, but it was like Bloomingdale's, but the outlet version of Bloomingdale. So Chad had found this. Apparently when we went with his parents years ago, he remembers going to these stores. So it's like designer brands, but at a discounted price.
Cool.
So he found a couple of these stores. So we went shopping for a little bit. And then that evening we walked around Times Square. And what was really nice at the timeshare presentation, they had given us dinner certificates. Okay. So originally part of the thing was like, come to the presentation, regardless of what you decide, we're giving you $100 to any restaurant, and we're giving you $100 off your next Hilton stay or whatever. So because our meeting took so long, they ended up giving us an additional $200. So we had $300 towards a restaurant that we could go instead. So we went to this really nice steakhouse called Benjamin's.
Cool.
And even our $300 was not enough to cover our entire meal. But it was delicious. We had like this porterhouse steak. They had like family style sides of lobster mac and cheese and mashed potatoes and really good bread. And Piper, my youngest, she wanted to have crab legs.
Ooh.
And it's going to be expensive when they have MP on the menu, market price.
Yeah.
So we asked the waiter, like, how do you happen to know what the market price is for crab legs right now? And he says, I believe it's around $250. And we were like, okay. Like, Piper, you're having crab cakes.
Oh my gosh. That's expensive. Holy cow.
Can you imagine? Like, yeah. Anyways, so we had crab cakes as well. And I think that was the end of day 2. Dinner there.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Okay. And then
this is Monday or Tuesday?
That was Monday.
Okay.
Tuesday was our final full day there because we left on Wednesday. Tuesday, Chad had found a bakery near the hotel. So every morning he had gone to get us coffee and pastries, which was lovely.
So kind. He did that when we were in Whistler, and that's very thoughtful.
He loves it. So we had that in the morning, and then everybody got ready. We took the subway. We went to FAO Schwartz, which is this huge toy store.
Yep. Didn't it close down at one point or something? Maybe the Seattle location closed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there are these stuffed animals called jelly cats that my kids are obsessed with. They're cute and they're very soft. So anyways, we went there for the jelly cats. Each of the girls picked out, I think, 2 each. And it's just wild. I mean, everywhere you go, everything's crazy expensive. There's also a line for everything.
Really?
So literally we go into the store. We have to wait in line to get into the store. Then once we're in, Chad just immediately goes into the checkout line because it's already wrapping around the store.
Crazy.
So the girls and I go and shop, and then we meet him in the checkout line, and we're trying to be as efficient as possible. And then we kept walking. I said we walked towards Central Park and just kind of shopping along the way. The girls, that was one of the big things they really wanted to do in New York. Shop,
Shop till you drop.
Shop till you drop. And then we met up with, so friends of ours from the East Coast. His name is Ethan. Him and his family met us at Tavern on the Green, which is a restaurant in Central Park.
Heard of it.
Another amazing meal, like so good. And it's that restaurant. Have you been to that restaurant? Okay.
No.
It's really cool. It's literally in the heart of Central Park, and it's just this really pretty, almost like, kind of feels like you're in like an atrium, like glass all around you. We're enclosed, but it's really bright. And it was like the time of year, we were pretty lucky weather-wise. Like Sunday got rainy, but the rest of the time it was sunny, just cold. So like as long as we bundled up, we were totally fine walking around. But we were just grateful it didn't rain. So we had lunch with them, and then we decided we'd go back to the hotel. on the way to the Central Park, we had passed this pastry place that caught my eye. There's a thing called a crookie, which was a croissant cookie.
Love it.
I'll tell you what.
That's like the evolution of the cronut.
Yes, exactly. It was delicious. So we stopped and got a couple desserts. And then we went back to the hotel.
Was it more cookie-y or more croissant-y? Or was it a perfect hybrid?
It was like it was almost like croissant on the side and then cookie in the center, which was different. But we had a couple other things. We had this like donut that had like cream in the middle. It was just like huge puffy donut with cream. It was so good.
Love a pastry.
It was amazing. And then so we went back to the hotel. Everybody kind of laid down for a little bit because we had a Broadway show that night. So we're kind of just like putting our feet up, get dressed for Broadway. We had booked an early dinner because of our Broadway show, but we get to this Italian restaurant and like none of us are hungry because we just had this huge lunch and then all these pastries. But you know what? We pushed through and we still ordered pasta. I had a yummy chicken parm. And then we went and we saw the play The Outsiders, the musical. Highlight of our trip. We were 2 rows back from the stage.
Nice. How'd you get those seats?
We bought them. We paid for them. Yeah.
With money.
Yep. Yeah, that's how. And we're still financially recovering. And then we decided to buy a timeshare. So no. The Outsiders was so good. Allie had recommended this to us. She had read the book and she was the one who was really pushing for us to see the play.
Okay. Did you go into it knowing the storyline?
A little bit. Okay. Like we knew it was a little bit like battle of the classes. Like there's the rich kids versus the poor kids and a little bit of maybe like Grease type like feel to it or whatever. It was so good. Like the choreography was phenomenal. What was really funny is, so we're 2 rows back, right? And a lot of the stage was made with, it's like, on AstroTurf, they have the little pieces of rubber in it. It was that. And so they kick it around. And so you're getting like these pieces of chunks of rubber are like hitting you.
Really?
But Allie knew about this. She was like, she knew because she said, she called it rubber confetti. She said, I've heard that there's rubber confetti and you go and collect it at the end and you get to save it. So we were like, had no issues collecting it because it was all over us. It was
I've never heard of
funny.
That. That's funny.
It was,
it's like the splash zone.
Yes, exactly. And they did say in the remarks when we bought tickets, they did say there is, because there's also a rain scene where literally the whole stage, and I think that's why they have this rubber, is because the whole stage is pouring rain.
Oh my goodness.
And they dance, and it is, I cannot speak more highly of this play. It was so good. And it was great. So that was like the highlight of our trip. Was this Broadway show.
Nothing quite like a Broadway show. It's pretty, they know how to do it over there.
They really do.
Even shows like Fifth Avenue or the Paramount, like they're good, but I feel like I've never seen a show in Seattle that's as good as the shows I've seen in New York.
I know. Yeah, I would agree. And it was just so fun. Like the girls loved it. Like I think that it's a different experience also seeing your kids love something, you know, like totally. So it was really fun. And then that after the show, the one thing the girls had been wanting to do was go to the M&M store and get personalized M&Ms.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, get your face on those. So we went and we did that.
Oh, they print your face on it?
Yes.
Holy cow.
You can print, so you can do like a picture of yourself, and then there's also different emojis and pick other things you could print or quotes you could have on there. So that's how we ended our last night in New York, was with those. And then Wednesday morning was us like sleeping in, coffee, pastries, and heading. We flew in and out of New Jersey. So we knew the drive to the airport was going to be like over an hour.
Yeah.
So we left probably around noon for that and then headed back from there.
Nice.
So that was New York. It was a quick trip and there is so much. I feel like we did a ton, even though we weren't there that long. And obviously there's so much more we could go back and do.
Yeah.
Like, and what was crazy is so many people I knew were there.
Really?
Philip from our office was there.
That's funny.
A friend of Allie's was actually at the same Broadway show we were at.
Oh my goodness.
And their family was there. So it was crazy. And I'd seen other people posting pictures too. I was like, oh my gosh, everybody's here. So yeah.
Love it. I need a New York trip now.
It was so fun. Yeah.
It's a great place.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to do my Austin weekend in just a pinch here.
Yes,
okay,
because we got to go.
So last Wednesday, we flew to Austin for a bachelor party, which Wednesday to Sunday is a long bachelor party. That's the longest one.
Very long.
Most of them I've been to have been like Thursday to Sunday or Friday to Sunday.
And everybody was there this whole time?
Everybody's there the whole time,
wow.
yeah. So we flew there Wednesday. checked in the Airbnb. It was a very cool house. It was out in Georgetown, which is like 45 minutes ish from Austin. So the Airbnb was very cool. Had a nice big pool and big house.
Good weather while you were there?
It was off and on. There were a couple rainstorms throughout the weekend, but overall it was dry, which was good.
Yeah, nice.
Thursday we golfed. Brian and I were on a golf cart together, and we're so bad at golf. We're just like with this group of 13 guys, I think, and they all golf. Like they all know what they're doing. Okay, we don't. We're just so bad, and it was.
Did they mention the Masters at all?
We were watching the Masters throughout the weekend. Yeah. Yep. So we had a good time. We had a good time with it. We were in groups of 4, so we were with Justin and Nick, and they were giving us tips throughout. So
nice.
I do think we both got better throughout the day, which is good. I had to work a little bit that day, so I actually we golfed 18 holes. On the back 9, I was on a phone call the entire time. Okay. So it was only a 2-hour phone call. I had my AirPods in. Wow. And I was still golfing every hole. So I was just like, it was kind of fun working while golfing at the same time. After golf that night, we went to a Mediterranean restaurant in downtown called Abba, which was really, really good.
Nice.
And then we went to a bar on Rainey Street, which is one of the main kind of going out streets. Yep. Have you been to Austin? Are you familiar?
I have been to Austin, but when we went, it was a couple years ago, and it was spring break with our kids. So we didn't do bars.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So Rainey Street is a historic street in Austin where there's all these houses that they've converted into bars. Okay. I went for the first time like 5 years ago probably, and I like thought it was so cool. Like it's this like, it almost feels like a residential street that has all bars on it.
Crazy.
Very cool. What they've done, which I'm very sad about, is they've developed most of the street. So there's it's probably half and half. Probably half of the old houses are still there. Okay. And the other half are these 20 to 30 story buildings on the same street. Okay. Which I am pro development, pro real estate, but there's a way to do it where I think they could have preserved the history of the street and done the development on the arterial streets or whatever, like or one block off or whatever, but they didn't do that, and it's really disappointing. So it is sad, but that is what it is. Nothing I can do at this point. So that was Thursday. Got home pretty late Thursday night. Friday morning, I went on a morning run. I'm doing 1,000 active calories every day still, which is so hard on a weekend like this, but I fit it in. So morning run, I did like a 5-mile run on Friday morning. Okay. And then we went, we were supposed to go go-karting, but it got rained out, unfortunately. Okay. So we went bowling at a place called Punch Bowl Social.
Oh, yeah. Those are a chain.
They're all over. Yeah. So that when the go-karting, we were on the way to go-karting when it got canceled. Okay. So I'm like, I was that name popped into my head. I'm like, I wonder if there's any Punch Bowl Socials. And that's where we ended up.
Nice.
After that, we were walking around that little area, and there was like a crazy rainstorm. Like nothing we ever have here. Like crazy.
That's the South for you, I feel like.
Yes. Yeah. And we were walking around, and we just all got drenched, and we ended up hiding out like in front of this women's like a makeup store, and there were all these women inside, probably 10 women inside. They were just like laughing at us as we're like huddled under this little cover right outside. I ended up like running into an Apple store and just hanging out for a little bit.
Let me just pretend like I'm shopping in here.
And then I went and bought a hat because my hair was destroyed by the rain. I'm like, I need a hat. So I bought it. I went to the Nike store, bought a hat. We went to a club that night, which I'm good for. I'm like once every couple years. I'm good for a club.
I couldn't tell you the last time I was in a club.
It's a unique experience. We had bottle service multiple times throughout the weekend.
Fancy.
Yeah, it was. I mean, just a lot of drinking. Yeah, great DJs. That was fun. We danced a bit. But yeah, I did that. And then at one point, so my challenge for this month is I'm doing a sweet treat every day.
Great. And I love this for you.
I hadn't had a sweet treat yet that day. So while at the club, I snuck out. I saw an ice cream place across the street. I snuck out. I Irish exited from the club, went and got ice cream, and then came back.
By yourself?
By
you
myself.
Didn't take Brian with you?
I didn't. He was in conversation with somebody, and I'm like, I'm just going to go. And I went and...
And are you two
Nobody even missed me. Nobody even knew I was gone.
Does anybody know about this ice cream until right now?
I told Brian later in the day. Or later that night. So that was Friday. And then so funny. Saturday.
Well, you were probably a race against time as well, because you're not leaving the club at 11. You're leaving after midnight.
I'm pretty sure I left.
Your
I snuck out around 11 and got ice cream. Yeah, it was great. It was like a salted peanut butter ice cream.
Ooh.
With hot fudge. Oh, so good. Saturday we were supposed to go to the gun range. That was the plan, and
you boys really packed
it was
this
really
trip
a boys
in.
weekend. And people were not feeling up for it that morning.
Listen,
which, you know,
we had
what?
a late night.
Brian and I were really okay not going to the gun range. We were happy that got
That's
canceled.
hilarious.
That was not our vibe, but we didn't do that.
Yeah,
we just kind of hung out by the pool that day.
Nice, good call.
And then we went and had barbecue food at Uncle Rick's house.
I guarantee it was delicious.
It was literally Uncle Rick. So Josh has an Uncle Rick, so we went to his house and had barbecue food.
Oh,
that
hilarious!
Restaurant.
Okay,
it
could be.
Similar to what you said about eating right after you, like not being hungry.
Yeah,
we had a dinner reservation like 2 hours after we had this big barbecue meal at Uncle Rick's house. So we went to dinner at a restaurant called Suerte, which is Mexican.
Okay,
delicious, but none of us were hungry.
Yeah.
But they had pre-fixed the menu.
Oh.
So they just kept bringing out more and more food. And we were eating.
Yeah.
So we were all so full after that.
Oh, yeah.
And then went to another club. another bottle service club.
Okay.
Which
any line dancing? Did you guys do any of that?
Line dancing,
okay.
Nope, none of that. We took Lime scooters to get from the restaurant to the club, which was kind of fun. That was the highlight of that night.
Nice.
Our flight the next morning was at 8 a.m. and we had to wake up at 5. And so Brian and I snuck out of the club. We basically, everybody was taking a shot and we cheers, and then we literally snuck out the side entrance or side exit. Got back to our Airbnb at 1-ish. And then had to wake up at 5.
No.
So not very much sleep that night. Woke up at 5, made it to the airport. The whole day we're just so tired.
What day was this?
This was yesterday.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
So tired, so ready to just be home with Stevie.
Yeah.
And so we made it home. I think we got, nice thing about an early flight is you get home early. So we got home at 11:30, which was great.
Right.
I went and played pickleball. I really just want to be on the couch all day, but I'm I need to get myself off this couch.
Good for you.
So I got some pickleball in. I saunaed, and then we reunited on the couch that evening.
Love it.
And finished the latest season of Shrinking.
What'd you think?
So good.
It was.
You
good.
finished it, right?
We did.
Oh my gosh, I almost felt like they could have ended it. I'm excited they're doing another season.
Oh, are they?
They are. I think they. Brian looked it up afterwards.
Okay.
They are planning another season.
Okay.
That to me felt like a good series finale.
It could totally. The only thing is now they've added a new storyline
with college,
her going off to college and the grandbaby and so I'm okay.
I'm excited they'll keep it going, but I feel like the way with Harrison Ford being gone now and him coming back for the whatever
that definitely felt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Brian, when earlier in the episode he's I feel like Harrison Ford's gonna come and surprise him or something. So we predicted that. And then when he shows up, Brian's just bawling. Which is funny. Usually in TV shows or movies, I'm the more emotional one. But this show gets to Brian for some reason. He cries every episode. Yeah.
He loves it.
Yeah. Great show.
Yes.
So that was a weekend. I'm tired. I'm a little more broke than I was before.
I'm impressed that you feel so energized today after
I don't know
that
what
day.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah. Just excited to be here. High on life.
High on life. Yeah, that's what they say. I'm excited to not be at a club.
I couldn't tell you. I think I could probably, for one night, I could hang.
3 nights in a row is a lot.
No, that's not.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Yeah.
I think everybody last night, I think would have been fine, or Saturday night. We were all we don't need to do this. But everything, again, was organized ahead of time. And we already paid.
That's hard.
We'd already paid $100 a person to get into this club.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was the weekend. Thanks, everybody.
All right, guys. Bye.
Bye.